Hello, Cancer. Welcome back to the Divine Dojo. I am Gabriella, and I am here to do your reading for June 11th through the 17th. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with clearing the energy and inviting spirit in. So let's get started. Welcome, Spirit, angels, archangels, divine energy, benevolent energy. Please give me clarity to give Cancer a clean and concise message for the week of June 11th through the 17th. Cancer, so glad to be back. I moved from Los Angeles to Texas, and so I haven't been here for a month, since the Scorpio full moon. Things went, as soon as I decided after that Scorpio full moon, things went so fast and moved so quickly for me. But as you know, moving is a lot of work, and let alone moving to another state is so much work. So you guys are going to be having a good next couple of years, because Jupiter just moved into Cancer, which is exalted in Cancer, and it loves being in Cancer. Doesn't mean it's all like, fantastic and perfect, but good energy for the Cancerians, the Cancerian collective, because Jupiter is in your sign and loves being in that sign. Also, today is the full moon in Sagittarius, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so today is a beautiful day, beautiful full moon. So I'm going to go over the transits and aspects that are happening this week. So obviously today is the full moon in Sagittarius, but it is opposing the sun in Gemini. So obviously with a full moon, a lot of strong emotions. Maybe you'll get some revelations and some clarity on whatever situation you've been trying to sort out. It's going to be different for every Cancer. Also, Mercury is in Cancer, sextiling Venus and Taurus, which can be like heartfelt communications today on this full moon as well, emotional conversations, but also some weird relationship stuff can happen as well. Venus loves being in Taurus. Mercury does not like being in Cancer. So, so just make sure your communication is very balanced. Let's just say that, and coming from a good space. So, tomorrow the moon enters Capricorn and tries Uranus in Taurus, but Mars is in Leo, so it squares Uranus, so it sparks a little bit of tension and has some unpredictable energy to it. For instance, last time this happened, the Trump assassination attempt happened, so it's that kind of energy. Just, to keep in mind, it's not... But it is Capricorn and Taurus, so ground yourself, and whatever unpredictable energy or unpredictability happens throughout that day, tomorrow, it should be fine as long as you ground yourself. So, what else? Big aspects. June 15th, Jupiter in Cancer squares Saturn in Aries, which challenges us into making hard moves and changes. So this is the third square, so there's definitely no more comfort zone. No more cruising, no more chillaxing, which I love to chillax. And Jupiter in Cancer loves to chillax, and I have Jupiter in Cancer in my 7th house of relationships, so, I tend to chillax a lot in relationships. I'm like, whatever, it'll all work out. No. That's why I actually kind of moved to come out of my comfort zone with relationships, and what better way to get out of your comfort zone and into uncomfortableness for a 47-year-old independent woman than to move in with her mother and her husband. I haven't lived with my mother in over 30 years. So talk about uncomfort, not comfortable. But it's okay. This is my landing pad for, you know, a few months or, you know, I don't know how long, but basically I'm using this as a lily pad to, you know, figure my stuff out here in Texas and, you know, decide where I'll be going next, or if I'm getting an apartment here or maybe Austin. I don't know. You know, I'm here to figure that out. So basically, no more comfort zone, especially starting this week. Like, it's no holds bars anymore. June is a catalyst month too. June, July, and August are basically setting up the foundations for ourselves for the next 20 years. So use this aspect, use Jupiter to your benefit, and not stay stuck in a comfort zone. It's time, use Jupiter and an expansive nature to expand your life and make it better. You know, so what else? June 16th, the moon tries Jupiter in Cancer, which brings up, you know, this probably sparks your intuition a little bit more, you being a water sign and everything. It's going to be emotional, like kind of uplifting sense. It's going to feel like a little bit less heavy than the full moon that's happening today. And then June 17th, Mars enters Virgo, which is going to be energizing our area of work, our routines, our health, and setting higher standards for ourselves and setting ourselves up in a higher vibration that we have never been before. No more gaslighting ourselves, Cancer. You know, no more gaslighting ourselves, and no more letting other people gaslight us or work gaslight us, or and I say us, but you know, you as the collective, work, government, whatever, all of it. No more gaslighting. You know, if the person's a dick, fucking bye, Felicia. If the, you know, job sucks, bye. You know, obviously figure things out and move, you know, try and make your way out of that job. What else? I think that's it for this week. So it's an intense week. Definitely energies, as you know, in the world are revved up. And I told you guys in the last full moon of Scorpio that there's no more of the water and earth stuff. It's all fire and air moving forward. So yes, Jupiter is in Cancer. It is exalted there. But the big energies, even though Jupiter is the biggest planet, it also rules Sagittarius, which is, fire energy, but it's exalted in Cancer. So anyhow, that's more astrology than most people want. So we'll leave it there. Yeah, it's time to be uncomfortable, and it's time to make hard choices and make hard pivots. No more comfort zone. As I said to Sagittarius, the comfort zone is a danger zone. So especially you Cancers, you crabbies love your little house and your home and your shell, and the time of the introvert is done, at least for right now, for a while. It's time to collaborate and join forces and build community. And it doesn't have to be huge. A community or a celebration can be like 3 people. It just can't be you alone. It's time to expand. So let's get started. What do I think I want to do first? Yeah, I'm going to start with the Catalyst card. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. One thing that I have to get used to here in Texas is this fucking heat. It is gnarly. It is gnarly. Anyhow, yeah, I'm missing the beach, but I knew I had to make the move, so I'm excited about this new chapter. All right, Spirit, let's open up with the Catalyst card. It's one of my favorite decks, but it always just gets stuck and gives too many cards. I'm going to take this one, the top one. the sustainer. I love the sustainer because that's kind of your card in a way. The sustainer is like the womb, the holder, the mom energy, the one who keeps things together in a sense. Capricorn energy too. But I like that. We're going to read that in the end. So let's see what that is. The hands are holding like a ball of clay, you know, like when you put a clay on the wheel and it spins, you know, you have to sustain it and like keep it centered. And that's what I think is this week is asking of you, Cancer, is to stay centered and grounded and not, you know, let your emotionalities get the best of you and your emotional side. So the sustainer. Beautiful. All right, Spirit, what you got for my Cancer babies for June 11th through the 17th? I'm going to start to do these on Sunday and kind of do it that, well, I mean, time is an illusion anyways. It doesn't really fucking matter. But I'm going to try. But Wednesday's a good day. I know a lot of astrologers kind of start the week on Wednesday, so I love astrology. But I also love tarot. So, all right, Spirit, what do we got for Cancer? Something flipped over. Scorpio. Oh, regret, failure, the 5 of Cups. Regret, failure, disappointment, loss, grief. Maybe you are grieving a loss. Maybe you are grieving something, you know. That's going to be different for every Cancer. But, you know, what the person fails to see is the opportunity, the 2 other opportunities that are behind them. So I'll be interested to get more clarity on that. That's a Scorpio card. All right, Spirit, what else? Thank you. So we got Judgment reversed, 7 of Cups upright, and 9 of Cups, Knight of Cups. So more, wow, so more Scorpio. Scorpio, Pluto energy and Judgment, 7 of Cups, Scorpio energy. And then Knight of Cups, Libra and Scorpio energy. So a lot of water energy here. And Pluto energy. I mean, it's still Scorpio. Pluto and Scorpio rule Scorpio. So, 5 of Cups, Judgment, self-doubt, self-loathing, self-punishment, ignoring. Maybe you've been in wishful thinking. Because this, maybe you're mourning or regretting the choices that you have made with this Knight of Cups, maybe. Regretting the choices. Maybe maybe this full moon is giving you a clarity about, you know, something that you've been dealing with, and the illusion is coming to an end. As we see in the outer world too, you know, as above, so below. With the immigration stuff going on, you know, it's like the ride is coming to an end, you know. And look, my family is, you know, Latin, so we immigrated the correct way, you know, a long time ago. So different times, different, you know. But yeah, the fire and air energy is no longer going to stand for, you know, a lot of things that stood in the past. Ace of Cups, but you do have, you know, a new, possibly, I think this is about love, because there's a lot of cup energy here, a lot of emotion here. There's a new opportunity in love, compassion, or a new creative opportunity. You know, and love doesn't necessarily just have to mean like a romantic love, right? It could be, you know, new feelings. Maybe you're catching new feelings for somebody. What is this about, Sarah? Page of Wands, cockeyed though. Yeah, so maybe you had some opportunities and ideas, and you regret maybe not taking them, or maybe new opportunities and ideas are coming your way because you are being presented, you know, with an Ace of Cups, and the Page of Wands is like that new, I always say the pages are that fresh, young energy. You know, and it's potential, it's exploration, it's newness, you know, being excited about new things coming in. So it looks like you do have another opportunity for, or a new opportunity for, you know, love, creativity, maybe a project coming up. You know, following your heart, or maybe it's an opportunity where it's like you can, that suits you more, you know, that like allows you to follow your heart and be more authentically you for this week. I like that. What's this Five of Cups about? Queen of Cups. Woo, Cancer, you got a lot of cup energy. You know, the Queen of Cups is like definitely Gemini, Cancer energy. That's your card, right? She's nurturing, she's healing, she's stable, emotionally stable. So maybe you're feeling lost about this Queen of Cups. Yeah, this might be about love. Let's just be honest here. Cancer. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Popped out. Yeah. You got the Ten of Swords reversed. You got the King of Wands. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the King of Wands. And then you have the Hangman reversed. What's this Ten of Swords about? Yeah. Marriage, a home. Yeah, you had, so you're in regret about your decisions or your lack of deciding about a commitment, you know, a home, a marriage. But you do have a new opportunity coming your way. You just have to look at it from a new perspective, and be inspired. I feel like you've been through a lot. Maybe this King of Wands was just a dick. And King, you know, like, it doesn't mean, you know, it's definitely looking like love, you know, because that's the king, you know, the king. He has his rod there, and you know, male, female energy, take it as it is, but, you know, reverse it as it is if you need to. That's fine. But it's looking like love. You've been regretting something about love. What is this Ace of Cups? What is this new opportunity, Spirit? Thank you. The High Priestess, your intuition. You haven't, there's been secrets, there's been some hidden stuff, there's, you know, you haven't listened to your intuition, you haven't listened to your intuition about this, you know, King of Wands, you know, so now you're kind of regretting it. Maybe there was a misunderstanding, maybe there was, you know, maybe something happened that made you withdrawn from this King of Wands. Yeah, because you the illusion is over, and maybe you've known that, but you haven't listened to yourself and your intuition and your, you know, what you already knew. What is this High Priestess reversed about? Page of Swords, yeah, reversed. Yeah, there was some sort of deception going on, whether it be by, you know, this King of Wands or this Queen of Cups. There's some sort of deception going on with this whole thing. With this relationship, partnership, work, whether it's work relationship or something going on, or love, you know, it looks more like love to me. But, you know, there was some sort of deception, manipulation, you know, some like whack ass action taken. Yeah. What is this Page of Swords here for? Thank you. Yeah, there was definitely some deception in partnership and collaboration, or, you know, coming together, because you got the Three of Pentacles. What's this Page of Wands here for? Thank you. The Hermit. Yeah, it's the Page of Wands, like you're getting this new opportunity, but with this inspiration, and maybe you're doing some soul searching, you know, and some contemplation, some introspective, you know, seeking the truth after being deceived. Maybe now, like, this full moon is giving you the clarity and revelations, because I did say that, like, the revelations coming to light, you know, and you need to follow your inner... You need to follow your inner guidance and your intuition, which I feel like you haven't been listening to, Cancer. You kind of are, maybe we're in denial about whatever the situation is, whether it be love, you know, work, partnership, whatever. What is the advice? Let's switch cards, decks. What is the advice? Well, something wanted to pop out there. I guess it will at this. Page of Swords, upright now. So you got the Page of Swords twice. Yeah, the advice is this new energy. Now that you found this out, or whatever is being revealed this week, or that has been revealed already, you're getting some new energy. You're getting some new, you know, you're being curious, you're getting, you know, you need to tap into more of your intuition. You know, the swords are mental energy, right? Maybe you're getting a new way of communicating. I heard stop. Oh, that's weird. Stop. What is that about? Huh. Maybe stop. Stop. Huh. Stop. That might be for some of you. I don't know. Yeah, and then you have the Four of Swords reversed. And then the Six of Pentacles reversed as well. Yeah, you need to get some rest. You need to, like, recoup from whatever this is this week. You're gonna get some revelation. You know, you're gonna get some insights and clarity as to what all of this is, whether it's, you know, some sort of deception going on, some sort of regret in the choices that you have made, but you do have this opportunity coming in. I want to see what the Ace of Cups, what is this opportunity coming in for Cancer? Page of Wands again. So yeah, you need, if this has already happened, whatever this revelation or clarity is, then you need to have, like, you know, new inspiration, new ideas, new ways of moving forward, looking at things from a different perspective with this Hangman. You know, becoming more of a free spirit, trusting your intuition more, learning to trust yourself more, and have some confidence moving forward. You know, excitement for your life. Maybe you did end a relationship and now you're looking at it like from a different perspective. Before, where you were all sad and stuff, now you're like, well, now I have more freedom, you know, like now I'm free to do whatever the fuck I want or whatever, you know. So maybe it's looking at it in that way instead of like, you know, being sad about it and in regret. That one wanted to pop out but didn't. Okay, what is the advice? What is the advice for Cancer? Strength. You got strength. You got the High Priestess again reversed. So have the courage to trust your intuition, to move on, because the wheel is turning in your favor, but you have to trust yourself. So you got strength upright. You have the High Priestess again reverse, and then the Wheel of Fortune. A chapter is closing, you know, and a new one is beginning, but you need to now, in this new chapter with this full moon in Sagittarius, release all that crap and really start trusting yourself and your intuition, because you are right. And I don't mean like a you are right, you know, like, or you were right, but like, whatever this deception was, you knew, you know, we all know that when shit's not feeling right or whatever, but we choose to ignore it because we're in our comfort, or we're comfortable where we're at, or we don't want to rock the boat, or we don't want to like lose this person or lose that job, or, you know, whatever it is. Apply it to you in whatever situation is going to resonate differently with everybody. But this is beautiful here. This is have the courage, have the strength to trust yourself and your intuition and the confidence, and to move forward with this new chapter, with this chapter that's closing and the new one that's opening, because you are getting a new opportunity, whether in love or, you know, friendship, or, you know, just some sort of couple love is going to be presented to you once you know, look at things from a different perspective and know that you are free, instead of like looking at stuff as regret, you know, in the eyes of regret, instead of looking at it from a different perspective. That's beautiful. All right, I like it. I'm gonna pull a Moonology card. The Sustainer. Huh. I definitely need to read that now. What is a message for Cancer? Give me a Moonology card for Cancer Spirit. Thank you. Full moon in Gemini. So by Sag season, the answers you need are coming. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean by Sag season. Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, it is, full moon is in Gemini, is in Sag season. So sorry, somebody was like driving up. Now I can see everyone on the street walking and stuff, and so can Callie, my dog, and so she's like going nuts. Anyway, so Sag season, the answers you need are coming. So yeah, take this time. This, like I said before, I think I said it here, June, July, August are pivotal months for us to we're creating that foundation for the next 20 years of our lives. So really think about that, especially with Jupiter moving into your sign, Cancer. Use this to your benefit and forget about all deception and heartbreak and, you know, not trusting yourself, your intuition, all of that, and really have the strength and courage to really believe in yourself and trust in yourself and your intuition. And you're definitely getting some new opportunities, and the world, the Wheel of Fortune is definitely, you know, turning in your favor once you believe in yourself and start trusting in yourself and your intuition more. I think that's beautiful. I will pull an angel number card. An angel, yeah, I will put an angel number card too. But this is an angel oracle card. Spirit, what is one message for Cancer? Oh, thank you. There's something better, Cancer. Yes, there is. 100% there's something better out there. There's something, someone better, you know, someplace better. There's whatever it is better. To use it for your, you know, take it for how it resonates for you and your situation. But yeah, there's something better out there. There's someone, there's something, there's someplace better, you know. Yep. Yep. 100% believe in that. Hundy. All right, I'm just gonna pull an angel number card, and then I'm gonna read the sustainer, and I'll be done with your reading. I hope if you like this reading thus far, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. I am so happy to be back. You guys don't even know. Oh, you know I'm yelling. I don't give a fuck. I better wrap up this reading because the delivery people are coming. 444 protection. You are protected, Cancer, right now. But you have to really trust yourself and your intuition and have this courage and strength to move on from whatever this was. Prepare for the blessings you've been waiting for. They're on their way. You were born for a higher purpose. You were born for a higher. Focus your energy on your goals and trust that the universe will align the right people, opportunity, resources to realize your dreams. 100%. 100%. This has been saying all along, a new opportunity is coming. But you know, the high priestess came out here twice, reverse. So there's something that you're not trusting in yourself. There's something that you're not believing in yourself. There's something about your intuition that you don't trust or are not connected with. So you need to cultivate that and trust your intuition and have the courage to really, like, you know, trust yourself. Yeah, trust yourself. All right, let me read the sustainer and we'll call it a day. XX. Wait, what? XX. Wait. XX Ivy. Sorry. I'm like, all right. XXIV, the sustainer. Says the sustainer. The sustainer, the second archetype in the trio of existence, works behind the scenes tending to the tasks of life. They cultivate gardens, pay bills, keep the meals warm, and the mouths sweetly fed. That's classic Cancer, right? Like I think I said it was your card, and like Capricorn energy too. Maybe not sweetly, but you know, Capricorn, but no shade on Capricorns, but you know, Cancer is more of the sweetly. The sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. They have a natural inclination to nourish others, to archive, to preserve earth resources, to consider environmental impact, to see their role in the divine cycle of life. It's common for the sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment. Regret, yep. Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. The sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially in relationships, that they resist necessary change. Take time with this archetype. It is within us all and needs our love. Yeah, I mean, you know, Cancer is the home, the crabby crab, you know, the crabby crab that loves its home, its creatures comforts, and you know, it's hard for them, not hard for them to change, but you know, like I said, Jupiter moved into your sign. Use it, but don't use the negative side of Jupiter, which could be Jupiter in Cancer, which could be, you know, super comfortable. You're like, okay, I see what's going on, but I'm comfortable in this hell, right? I know this hell. I'm comfortable in this particular hell because I know it. You know, like I don't want to move from it, even though I'm not the happiest in it, but I know it and I'm comfortable in it. You know, like moving would be like, whoa, out of my comfort zone, and it makes me really nervous and uncomfortable. Well, that's what you need. Like I told Sagittarius, the comfort zone, danger zone. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Enjoy this full moon.